So, tell me how you found your way from graphic design to mural painting.
Well, I think I'd always had an interest when I was younger in painting and art and anything with illustration. So I was always doing my own things. Even when I was going to art school, I was always working on projects. In fact, I worked on several poster designs that are now published and being distributed on the internet and things like that. But I did my first set of murals in Louisville, Kentucky. And I always played with the idea and toyed with it and thought I just want to really explore that and see how it goes. And so I gave myself a deadline that I would stop tattooing and I would do this full time. And it actually worked. The last client that I tattooed, they hired me to do a bunch of murals in their home in Louisville, Kentucky. And they're great people. And then some other friends and acquaintances in Louisville, the word of mouth kind of spread and I started doing that. And it was a woman actually in Louisville, her name was Pam Vitas, an amazing person, beautiful heart. And her family hired me to do this Lazure technique, which I'd never heard about, in their space as a meditation healing room on the 3rd floor of their home. And I did that, and it was just like transformative. I was transformed through the experience and their family and their experience, and a place that really opened up for them to connect on deep levels really was created. So that was cool.
So then that became a natural part of the work that you're doing, the Lazure technique?
Yes, it was. It's kind of underneath the umbrella of what I call creating sacred space, which has been my passion, and that's evolved over the years as I've studied spirituality in different forms. I've integrated how thought, energy, heart, love, everything is connected in what we experience as the symbiotic relationship of our space. So what we put into it, we receive back from it, and so it's like an infinity loop or a spiral that helps nourish us, or it can deplete us depending upon our relationship with it. So it's kind of the idea of sacred space is the idea of intentional relationship with what we might think of as an outer reflection of the world within. So.
Do you have like particular influences, like religious influences or spiritual influences, aside from the Lazure technique?
Yeah, I mean, I really love Eastern philosophy, thought, like Zen practices, Buddhist philosophy and thought really appeals to me, but really, I think the unifying kind of tie within all religion and all spiritual practice is the idea to know the self through existence and to express one's potential and one's dharma, some people call it. So that's really what I've tried to embody and continue to learn to do through my art and the process that I give and share with others is really to pour myself into it and to learn about myself through it. Right. Let's get to it. I also listened to the last third of Autobiography of a Yogi while I was in here a couple of times ago, which was really inspiring too, just to hear about the experiences of potentials and activities beyond what we normally expect or think in our everyday life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, have you read it?
I have not, actually.
It's really good.